For us, that one, the sunshine of your youth. This is Rock Sport, the music you want, the sport you love. We're on DAB Digital Radio across central Scotland. It's like Horsburgh drive time until 6 o'clock. And then it's Dave Mack with the Rock Sport years. We're going to talk about football now. And you may have seen an article yesterday, it was in some newspapers, certainly on many websites, about footballers that are between contracts. It can be a very difficult game, football, sometimes. You could be flying high 1 minute and then be out of contract the next. So how do you fill the void between contracts, and how do you get yourself back into the workplace if you've decided that football is not really for you? Well, we're going to speak to Mark Wilson, the ex-Celtic Dundee United player, about this around about 5:30. He's involved with an initiative with the DPS Group, who are based in Fife. We've actually got John Green on the line from the DPS Group. First of all, John, who are the DPS Group and how did you get involved in all of this?
Hi there, yes. Well, basically the DPS Group, they're made up of 4 companies, DP Services, DP Sales, DP Systems and DP Source. The first 3 of those companies are specialists in electrical instrumentation and process control, and DP Source, which I'm the MD for, are a recruitment consultancy. The DPS Group as a whole offer design, build, install and maintenance packages for many of the largest manufacturing, engineering and oil and gas clients across the world, and then DP Source offer a full comprehensive recruitment solution that covers all industries and all sectors. I guess the reason we got involved in it, PFA Scotland approached us to be a partner in the event. They knew of our expertise in the recruitment sector and asked if we could provide detailed courses to assist with the potential transition from the football world into the business world. I mean, if you look at the cut rate for many of these young players, it can be as high as 8 out of 10 youth players being let go. So that's only really 2 out of 10 making it into the first team. So obviously there's a high amount needing guidance after they leave football, and that's something that PFA Scotland were keen to assist with and asked if we'd be obviously keen to get involved too.
So what does the course consist of?
The course itself, well, there's going to be guest coaches, such as obviously Mark Wilson, which you've mentioned already, Neil McCann, Andrew Barrowman, Richard Britton. They're going to carry out coaching sessions throughout the week in terms of the football side. And then there'll be a bounce match on the Saturday as well, where managers and scouts can potentially pick up players that are out of contract. Obviously, where the DPS Group fits into that is things like CV writing, interview techniques, business-related social media courses. So we're basically preparing these guys for every eventuality, and obviously we're just delighted to be part of such a prestigious event.
Yeah, it's a real 21st century initiative. So when is the course, John?
Basically, it's going to run from the 22nd to the 27th of June. Obviously, anybody that's looking for more information can contact PFA Scotland via their website, which is www.pfascotland.co.uk.
And of course, a lot of people don't realise how traumatic it is for a young footballer when he is out of contract. Most of them think, well, we're going to be playing in the World Cup before too long, but it doesn't always work out that way, does it?
Sadly not. As I said, I mean, the cut rate can be quite high. I mean, it's also for experienced professionals as well. Obviously, just getting thrust into the business world, if you like, with no sort of guidance or backup, it can be quite daunting. The good thing for us is obviously we're going to prepare them in terms of their CVs and in terms of their interview skills, and obviously just where to find jobs and stuff like that as well. There's a lot of transferable skills that these professionals have got that can be taken into the business world, and obviously we've identified a potential need there for our clients as well. So I mean, it could work out both ways. Yeah.
And it seems that in every area of life now, John, I mean, they used to say that football was a bit of a cutthroat business, but lots of things are kind of cutthroat these days.
Of course, yeah. I mean, obviously in the business world, it's especially if you look at the sales aspect, I mean, everybody's obviously trying to get the most amount of business for their company. So, I mean, yes, it is very cutthroat, and like you say, obviously those skills can be transferred across because these guys are winners at the end of the day, and they're built up to be such.
John Green, thanks very much for talking to us this afternoon. We're going to get the footballer's perspective and more about your company, no doubt, from Mark Wilson, the ex-Celtic Dundee United coaching course today. So he's going to speak to us at about 5:30. For the moment, thanks for filling us in, John, and all the best with this initiative. I think it's much needed, especially at this time we're going through just now. John Green, thanks for joining us.
Thanks again. Cheers.
Cheers. There's John Green at the